Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. That fire-ass intro, courtesy of El Stoner.
Look, we are upgrading, baby. We're almost at TBW quality. Fucking.
You shut your whore mouth. You shut your whore mouth right now. Don't you ever say that. We will never be at TPW's fucking level.
That is true. We can only try.
Man. Welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood. I'm joined by the mixologist, Substance Chemical Julian, your boy, Double J, Josh James, and the man in the mask, Sunday Sinner's friend, El Stoner.
Look, I'm just here because they told me that you pad the lopes. So
yeah, the lopes do get padded, bro.
My fanny pack's a little light, brother. I'm gonna need you to slip me a little extra in there.
Oh man, you know what? Those comments are sinners and sinners alone. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
So, before we start, I have Wednesday I kind of had a big announcement before we started trivia that I was gonna give the winner of next week's trivia a nice little Danhausen action figure from Grapplers not Grapplers and Gimmicks. Fuck those guys from Zombie Sailors. Whatever. But I've one up myself.
Oh,
I have one up myself.
Oh my God, you one upped yourself.
Christmas week's edition of trivia. Are we doing trivia Christmas week?
Fuck it. I mean, that's up
sure. Why not?
That's up to the trivia king himself. I mean, I don't know.
Christmas week trivia. I got a very special prize because I am in the season. I am the reason for the season, honestly. But
because you have a Christmas tree on the front of your mask?
Yes, that's exactly
that's a Christmas tree?
Yes. Yeah, I'm tired of
for a lot of people it is.
Mothers against drunk drivers and everything else.
I don't know, Mott. Why are we all out of sync? There we go.
It's still out of order.
You're out of order.
Is that better?
You're out of order. This whole court's out of order.
So
wait, what?
What? Okay, so anyways, Christmas week's edition of trivia. I have one up to Danhausen. Danhausen's a hard figure to get, but I have one up that.
Honky Tonk Man?
But before I say that, I just need you to look in my eyes. What do you see?
Is it a cult of personality?
It is a cult of personality. Ooh. Christmas week trivia.
Is that the AEW Supreme?
That it is. The AEW Supreme.
Who is that?
Dude, that right there gets a...
No, wait. Is that CM Punk doing like this?
Oh, yeah.
Is he giving up the too sweet?
He's super flying. No, CM Punk did that a lot in AEW for whatever reason.
I thought he was too sweet in people.
He super flighted. He's super flighted a lot in AEW. But if you don't like those hands, it comes with 6 other hands to display on it.
Wow, that's 6 fists on one hand.
Is one of them middle finger?
No, one is a buck smacking hand though.
Does he have like pastries and shit with him?
Does not have pastries, but it does have 3 heads.
Does it have ice cream bars?
No ice cream bars. It
does have. I don't want it.
Has an AEW world title.
if the figure's anatomically correct, it already has 2 heads.
That is true.
Wow.
It comes with the CM Punk vest. You can see there, best in the world vest. And it also comes with.
I didn't know he had a best in the world vest.
Now you know.
Got a T-shirt.
Comes with a T-shirt as well and an extra pair of legs. So this is like 2.
What, in case he breaks one after a match?
Pretty much. This is like 2 figures in one. It's very hard to find. I got one just for the winner of Christmas week trivia.
So basically, he has 2 fists. He's 6 fists on one man's.
6 fists on. No. 8 fists.
8 fists. Oh, he has
2 on them, and then 6 on the side.
Damn, that's
He
not
chance to smack someone or choke someone.
He has some side pieces, you would say.
Does one of his faces have teeth like this? Oh, that's Ace Steel, my bad.
Yeah, it's Ace Steel.
Wow.
One of them, though, looks like he is about to deep throat someone.
Whoa.
He is about to get that WWE push with that head.
He's yelling clobbering time.
Come here,
Come with the
Triple
I'm
H.
home face.
It comes with the hands to do clobbering time and the mouth to do clobbering time.
Whoa. Why is his mouth doing clobbering time?
Hey, I don't judge. This is a judge-free zone, sir. So yep, get you a nice little CM Punk Supreme. Nice figure. I have one myself. I bought one for friend of the show, Adam, whatever his name is.
You got a 10-finger discount.
I got a 10-finger discount. Got one for Adam Woods. I'm going to ship that out to him tomorrow. And then we got one for Christmas week to give away.
Well, all right.
Unless Josh James wins, then I'm reneging.
Well, shit. Josh, you can't win, bro.
You know, even if I win and I don't win the figure, I can at least say I beat Sinner again.
Damn.
You know what, Josh? This is why you never win at anything. I'm gonna unplug your your internet.
Your mask.
My mask.
I do use this mask for other things beyond wrestling, like commentary, which you will see debuting very soon on the CW.
Oh, you're gonna be the what's his name? El Fierro on AEW.
Not El Generico.
Excalibur.
Excalibur, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Claymore, whatever.
You could catch me. You'll be able to catch me doing commentary every week on the CW app.
Well, just here's hoping that no one tries to smoke your mask while you're wearing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keep James Mitchell away from me.
I mean, it is NWA, so I mean, you know.
Josh, that looks creepy.
That almost looks like something that the Dark Order should have gotten.
Right. Maybe it wouldn't have made him so fucking hard to watch.
Damn.
I don't think it was the mask.
So, let's talk about Raw, shall we? Because I'll tell you what, Triple H was in control tonight.
Fill me in, because I was not here to watch Raw.
Okay, so Monday Night Raw tonight, that's what we're here for, because we watch Raw, so you don't have to, was a good show. It had more ups than downs, and we'll get to the downs in a minute. But let's talk about the ups. So we had Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
We had Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler. We had DIY against Imperium. We had the TikTok. Well, they can't say that anymore. We had Caden Carter and Katana Chance versus Natty and Tegan Knox. We had the Creed brothers against the Judgment Day. And in our main event, we had Seth freaking Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jey Uso.
Wow, so let's start from the top. First match, please.
All right, start from the top. Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Another match that went a fairly good amount of time.
Yes, it did. And I guess the reasoning behind this match was that, like last week, we found out, well, a couple weeks ago, Seth Rollins announced that Jey Uso, last week, Seth Rollins announced that Jey Uso was going to get a shot at the heavyweight championship. Drew was pissed off because he felt like since they lost at War Games, but Drew felt that he should be next in line for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. But Seth had promised Jey Uso a shot if they won War Games, and that's what happened. So Drew was pissed off about it. Last week, Sami Zayn confronted him backstage, and same thing happened today on Raw, and we ended up with a match. We ended up with a match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, and Sami did get off his Blue Thunder bomb. It was a good back and forth. It went for a good amount of time here. Very well paced. Drew McIntyre looked really intense in this match. Like legit, like pissed off. He was totally playing the heel here. Sami did hold his own just up until the end, at which he got pinned 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna say right now is that I have been enjoying Drew McIntyre as a heel. I've been really enjoying it. I think he's been great as a bad guy in WWE.
I think he has potential to be
I will say this: I did like. Oh no! I did like how Sami Zayn brought up Drew's family, because Drew is going through some family issues. So Sami bringing that up added some realism to it, which I really liked.
Sami was trying to bring his inner Christian Cage out.
Not really. I mean, he did. Hey. So yeah. Who is this BJ guy in the comments? Screw that guy.
So the funny thing here is at the end of the match, Drew looks at them into the camera and says, "The truth shall set you free." And I was like, "R-Truth? Is R-Truth going to come out?" But we did get R-Truth later on in the night. But we'll talk about that in the future.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
But this match went outside the ring. Sami got dropped on the announce table. Just Drew was going full heel here, and it was like I said, it was very intense, and it was a good match.
Yes, it was.
All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being fucking main event, what do you rate this, Julian? I'll start with you.
I'll give that match a solid 7.
All right, Stoner.
I was going to say 7 as well.
Josh?
7 as well.
Okay, the 7s have it.
You copier.
What? I really enjoyed the match. It was really good.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to the second match. Were there any backstage vignettes?
Yeah, there's backstage stuff. So Zoe Stark was talking to Shayna Baszler about facing Nia Jax later on in the night. Shayna Baszler said that she put Nia Jax on the shelf for 2 years by breaking her arm, and later on tonight she's gonna finish the job.
So realistically, the WWE fired Nia Jax. That was put her on the shelf for 2 years. But
yeah, well, revisionist history. We had a highlight reel about main event Jey Uso, leading up to the to why he's getting his match tonight.
It was an awesome vignette.
Talking about the Usos being together. He talked about why he's by himself. By myself. Or whatever he says.
So one thing I found interesting, piece of news that came across today, WWE was unable to trademark the word yeet.
Yeet.
So it'll no longer be associated with Jey Uso on WWE TV. If you notice, he wasn't wearing the yeet shirt he's been wearing the last few weeks.
Now it says main event.
Yeah.
Another backstage segment shows Drew attacking Sami backstage for, no good reason really. And everybody's checking on Sami, making sure his ankle's okay.
Right. Didn't Drew win? Didn't Drew win the match?
Yeah, Drew won the match.
What was the point of him attacking Sami backstage?
I think
pissed.
Yeah,
just
better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Very true.
Unless you're into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Byron Saxon was also backstage interviewing Becky Lynch, and he was wearing a purple jacket.
Was it his little brother's jacket, or was it actually his jacket?
Of course, his little brother's jacket.
Nia Jax called him Barney.
Nia Jax was like, "Get out of here, Barney."
Yo, how does that guy breathe in his clothes?
Look, he only puts them on for the segment. He puts it on for the segment, then takes it right off. It's
very carefully.
It's like women that wear that corset.
Corset.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Here, JD McDonough, here's your jacket back."
Wow.
The next match was Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler. Good, solid match. Hard-hitting match, actually.
Oh, God, yeah.
Really hard-hitting match.
See, here's the thing. Shayna can... We already know Shayna can go.
Oh, yeah.
People don't give Nia the credit I think she deserves for how good she can go in the ring with the right opponents.
Yep.
Anybody can be good in the ring if you have someone that's actually good that can work with you to go through a match. I've worked some really horrible ass fucking people, and because we were good together, that the match actually fucking worked. Then there are some people
the same level.
Wow, you know what, Senator? That deserves a
No.
anyway.
Anyway,
You asshole.
But there was a spot here tonight where Shayna Baszler was had her head stuck out the ropes by the
oh god, that was sick.
by the corner post, and Nia Jax runs along and gives her the hip bump and sandwiches her ass and her head between.
That was cool.
Sandwiches her head, Shayna Baszler's head between her ass and the ring post.
That may have been my favorite.
Really
that may have been my favorite spot of the entire match.
But that was not the end.
That was
the match ended when Shayna Baszler did the Yokozuna butt drop.
Oh, she smashes him.
The bonsai, the Nia Zai drop.
Okay.
Nia's Samoan, right? She's part of that Samoan heritage.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you first, Sinner. Scale of 1 to 10. What do you rate this?
I'm gonna give this one a solid 7 as well.
Yo, what up, G4 Gent? It's been a while, my guy.
G-Force Gent.
What up, G4?
G4, not G-Force. My bad.
Ass, head, and canvas. Yep.
Okay,
so Julian, what do you give it?
Oh, and then after the match, Becky Lynch's music hit and she runs out. Solid 7.
Okay, and Big Josh?
I give it a 6.
Whoa, okay.
You son of a bitch. You're not wrong. You're just wrong.
Wow.
Well, if this was Raquel Rodriguez, we sit
Oh
on
my
a
God,
5.
it would have been a negative 10.
Damn. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next matchup.
A CM Punk video package. He's going to be on SmackDown.
Yes,
and they show the reaction videos again, and they didn't put ours in there this again.
Well, no one sent them ours. That's why.
No one fucking posted it and tagged them, Josh.
I did. I showed up. I'm sorry, I failed.
How you gonna say you did? Then you said you should.
I know. I was gonna say I did, but I
remember. Goddamn liar!
I remember I didn't. My bad. I failed y'all. I'm sorry.
You failed us. We could have been on Raw.
Wow.
I mean,
then I could have sued him for contract tampering.
Well, maybe I'm glad I didn't do that.
Okay.
I could have owned WWE if you would have did that, Josh. Damn it!
Wow. I will tell you, they set a lot of court real quick.
Put more matches every week in the main event. He would put her in
every single week. She'd be main eventing, cleaning up the ring.
I guess I gotta get kicked out. Okay.
So,
it was nice knowing y'all.
Send him to the Young Bucks. Yeah, you're going to the Young Bucks locker room.
God, no.
One of my biggest things that I liked, one of the biggest things I like is they confirmed CM Punk for Raw next week in Cleveland, where I will be.
That's awesome.
Get your money's worth for your tickets.
On the floor. I didn't pay for my tickets, so I'll automatically get my money's worth. Yeah. So, even before the show started, I got my money's worth because I didn't pay for them.
Facts. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about the elephant in the room.
God damn. Look, Josh has lost some weight. Stop.
Wow.
Wow.
So, do you guys really and truly believe that CM Punk is going to move the needle enough for WWE to have a return on their investment?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Why do you think so?
I think on merchandise alone, he's going to pay his own way.
Within a few days of being back, he's already the top seller in merchandise in the company.
Yeah.
Not only that, Raw has had its highest rating since what they say August.
Really?
With CM Punk being back.
Okay, but the reason why I'm asking this is because everybody was so gung-ho on the fact that he didn't come back and drop a pipe bomb, and he was just, I'm just so glad to be back, guys. And blah blah blah. Everyone was like, "Oh, that was not fucking CM Punk." Do you
But-
see the numbers increasing during this show, this next week's Raw, or this SmackDown on Friday?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. So here's the thing. I think his whole promo was a setup for something more to come. You're a straight edge savior, just whatever he wants to do.
So
he probably got some legal things that he can't really talk about AEW or disparage them or whatever, and that's fine. I don't think that Triple H necessarily wants him to be talking about AEW. So he did what he had to. He got the attention that he needed for the show. Raw did some ridiculous ass numbers on YouTube views and social media views.
Oh yeah, they did.
And that is exactly what they wanted.
So here's the thing. Return on investment. He's already sold a shit ton of merchandise.
Yeah.
Plus, it is the most viewed social video WWE has ever put out. If you think they ain't monetizing the fuck out of every platform that video has been put on, you are dead wrong.
See, and that will be smart of them to do that shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, if they're not interested in doing that, they're fucking dumb.
So here's the thing. I remember when CM Punk's DVD came out years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. And I know that I bought it because it was, WWE just does sports documentaries like nobody else. They're just the best in the business when it comes to that. And so the chance that they can now do a part 2 or update it or finish it or whatever they want to do, I mean that's gonna do wonders for the network.
Yeah, they already said that they had camera crews following them all day. Sunday,
all over
Saturday and Monday. So,
and they'll probably do the day of his return kind of thing.
Right.
And lots of people are going to watch that. I don't necessarily think that Punk is going to move the Raw rating to like people were guessing that their Raw was going to do like a 2.0 or a 2.5 or 2.8 or 3.0. I don't necessarily believe that Punk is going to bring 1 million viewers. I think everyone who's going to watch Raw is watching Raw, and I think he might get a few curious people who are just surprised by him being back. But I don't think it's going to be all that sustained. They'll get PLE views when he has matches. And if he does actually do segments on Raw or SmackDown, they'll get a slight bump. But I don't think it's going to be the numbers that people maybe thought it was going to be.
I feel like, like you said, they'll get a bump when he's appearing. I'm just interested to see, is he going to be full-time or is he going to have a part-timer schedule?
Oh, he signed a full-time deal for like 5 years or some shit.
I mean, I think so. We talked about the special event feel of champions and certain personalities only being there every few weeks, not wrestling every show, not wrestling at every pay-per-view. So I think that they'll bring him out so that whenever he does wrestle, it'll be a special event kind of feel to it. And he'll get more storyline probably than matches, which is fine. I mean, I don't need to see CM Punk. I don't need to see CM Punk in the ring at every pay-per-view, like trying to go after a title. So give him a good storyline, let it flow the way it's supposed to, and that'll be fine.
Who do you think?
We should see more than Roman, but still.
Oh yeah.
His first view is going to be. His first view is automatically 110% going to be against the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins.
Correct.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing Triple H is doing, and I love it because me and Julian talk about this shit all the fucking time, dude. If you have that kind of heat with somebody and you really don't like a motherfucker, but you can work together, that right there is going to be money. Money in the fucking bank.
That's what. And I hope they don't wait that long to have him wrestle. Money in the bank's like a year away.
That's not what I meant.
That was AEW's biggest downfall, was people not looking at the way to make money out of everything.
Yeah.
With Punk, because let's be honest, AEW is still not recovered from Punk leaving. The proof is in the ratings.
And here's the thing about that. They're not going to.
No.
They're not going to fucking rebound for 2 reasons. One, Tony Khan is like, I don't need Punk. I have the Bucks. I don't need Punk. I have the Bucks and Kenny Omega. I don't need Punk. I have the Bucks, Kenny Omega, and I have Hangman Adam Page. I got MJF. I got Edge. I got fucking Bryan Danielson. I got Sting. I got Ric Flair. What you're forgetting is that all those guys you named have not sold out a fucking building like CM Punk did.
Ric Flair sold out many buildings.
Not in a long time.
Yeah, he didn't say recently. He said they've never sold out of buildings like Punk.
Yeah.
Flair sold out buildings all over the world,
Flair can sell out these nuts.
Yeah, yes.
Let's give Flair the credit he's due, even though everyone's trying to cancel him again.
Who wants to cancel Ric Flair?
Everyone!
Why?
Because he's fucking Ric Flair. Because he lived his gimmick a little too much back in the day.
And he's never stopped living the gimmick.
Oh, no. Flair now, compared to back then, is a lot calmer.
Yeah. Trust me, Flair back then was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yes, he was living the gimmick.
Flair today is a hell of a lot calmer than Flair used to. Because, I mean, you know, WrestleCon in Dallas, I was lucky enough to be part of a group that got to go out drinking with Flair. And, yeah, he's not dancing with just his robe on anymore. He's sitting at the bar getting drunk.
I mean, let's hope he's just sitting at the bar getting drunk.
That is what Flair's doing and going home to Fifi.
What the hell?
They did cut out his line from Rampage, where he invited everyone 18 to 21 to his hotel room. But it was such an awkward edit that you could tell he edited it out.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why they fired Kevin Sullivan today.
They didn't fire him. He posted on Twitter that he was not gone.
That was a different Kevin Sullivan.
They're not thinking of Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan. No.
I was gonna say, like, are we talking about Taskmaster?
This Kevin Sullivan is a television producer.
Okay.
Correct.
The Kevin Sullivan that posted that is not the same producer Kevin Sullivan, though.
Hey, you can't fire the Taskmaster.
No.
There's so many people with the name Kevin Sullivan, it's funny. But yeah, so the guy that was fired did confirm he was let go.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Dude, he's been in wrestling. He was fucking with WWE producing their stuff during their hottest era, during the Attitude Era. So yeah, he's good at his job. Tony Khan's letting go a lot of the wrong people recently.
Tony Khan's letting go of people that fucking can help his stupid ass is what he's doing.
QT Marshall, I know he gets a lot of hate on the internet, but QT Marshall's a good fucking hand to have in your company.
QT Marshall's a fucking great guy. The dude knows his fucking business. He knows what's up. He knows how to get it. You know he knows the business.
Yeah. So I mean, just dumb decisions being made by Tony Khan and company. And I don't know why. Don't know why. Like the bunny, they released the bunny for some odd reason.
She wanted out. She wanted out.
But they kept her husband.
Oh no, I think they left too. Butcher and
Blade, they did.
Left.
Did they? I thought they were still there.
No, they all wanted out. And here's the thing. Remember, back in the day, me and Julian talk about this all the time. CM Punk once said the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
He learned that the hard way.
And people are like, okay, I see you. You motherfuckers think that going to fucking AEW is the grass being greener.
Right.
But then you go over there and you're dealing with a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah.
Who don't know how to work like matches.
I still believe that the issue with AEW, you got Collision, you got Rampage, you got Dynamite. After Dark is not a thing anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, Dark now thing.
So the Butcher and the Blade are still listed on the AEW roster. The Bunny is not.
I just think that their roster is a little bit bloated at this time, and you're seeing the same people over and over. So you're not. I mean, I'm glad to still see the Workhorsemen working on Dynamite or whatnot, or whatever the last show I saw.
Those guys better not ever get fucking fired.
But there are just some, there's some people like, I mean, when's the last time we saw the Bunny?
Yeah.
There's certain people we haven't seen them on TV in so long that, when's the last time we saw Nyla Rose?
I forgot she was on
that
there.
That is true.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people who are on the roster. You're like, oh, I forgot they were there. And so
looking at the roster,
they may have the opportunity to just make money elsewhere, and so they're out. Which can't blame them.
Looking at the roster now, Anthony Ogogo's still there. Forgot about him.
Oh no, they re-signed Anthony Ogogo to like a 5-year fucking deal. I forgot Anthony Ogogo was even part of fucking AEW.
Right, me too. Let's see, who else do we have here? Griff Garrison's still there.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
Who cares?
Brian Pillman's old partner.
I know. That's the
okay.
Who the fuck
again.
Ethan Page, I forgot about until he showed up this past week on Collision.
He's a goddamn good talent. I don't know why they're playing games.
Hell of a talent. He's wrestling Kenny Omega next week on Collision. That'll be a good fucking match.
Yeah.
Johnny TV's still there. When's the last time we saw him?
He was part of QT Marshall's thing, wasn't
he? Yeah.
He's still on AEW.
Yep. Lee Moriarty, haven't done shit. Matt Sydal really hasn't done shit.
He's on Ring of He's tag team partners for Chris Daniels on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I did see that. -1, you never see him on TV.
Why the fuck?
Nobody wants to see him on TV.
Nick Camarado.
Yeah, that guy comes whenever fucking Fuego del Sol is gone. Fuego del Sol left.
Yes. Peter Avalon's still there.
Yeah, my boy, pretty Peter.
Pretty Peter.
Parker Boudreaux is still there. Nike sponsored athlete.
Shut the fuck up.
Is he seriously still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is still there.
Sean Spears, wow.
Tony Nese, the Butcher, the Blade. Diamante's still there. Harley Cameron's still there.
Serpentico.
Wait, did you say
Serpentico's still there?
Listen to this. They need to either in Rampage or Collision, too much content and not enough building new stars to a degree. G4 Gent, I fucking 100% agree with you.
I agree.
They need to get rid of Rampage.
Did you know Layla Hirsch and Madison Rain are still there?
Wait, what? Oh, my, no.
What about Rebel? She's still there. Wow. Taya Valkyrie's still there.
Well, they brought out Lady Frost the other day.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see her.
Let's see here.
I like Lady Frost though. She's a
great worker. I was surprised that she was still there.
They had a match with her and Sky Blue, and in my opinion, they should have put Sky Blue over. I mean, they should have put her over. She outworked Sky Blue. You know, like the greatest promo I've ever seen from fucking Tony Storm was when she was just like the only reason you're trending on Twitter is because of your ass pictures. That shit had me dying. That shit had me dying. And the funny part is, I only saw it because fucking Sky Blue retweeted it.
That's how I saw it too.
Yeah, I saw it because you liked it. And then I saw you liked it. And I was like, what do you like? Click. Boom. There it was.
Horny on Main.
All right, back to Raw. My match of the night, DIY versus Imperium.
Did you say boo, Josh?
I'm mad that
it was this is a throwback to classic good tag team wrestling. Like when you hear like Michael Cole talking about how, the tag team scene's on fire. Dude, shut the fuck up. But then you get a match like this and you're like, oh man, maybe they are serious about putting the effort into the tag team division and actually doing something with the belts and doing something with all the teams that are out there. So we've had a bunch of teams put together and like sprinklings of matches here and there and some feuds building up. So the whole DIY Imperium backstage promos finally kind of led up to this. And this was a throwback, old school, classic, great tag team match, frequent tags, partners looking for each other, tag team moves, really good in-ring action. Partners actually making it to break up the holds or the pins. One part about the match I didn't like was one of Imperium, he did the tag, his partner went for a pin, and then he slid out the ring. I think it was Giovanni. I thought Giovanni was going around the ring to grab what's his name? Johnny Wrestling from interfering in the match or from trying to break up the pin, but that's not what happened. And so the pin got broken up. But I don't know what he was doing outside the ring. He was hanging out, having a drink or something. I don't know. But this was a really good match. Like Josh said, DIY did win. Imperium should have gone over. But this was good, solid tag team wrestling. And now with the Creed brothers there, I really do have a lot of hope that this is going to continue, and that eventually we're going to get our boys come back. Hopefully, they follow CM Punk, and we'll get a surprise return of
FTR or
I want to keep them called
the Revival.
Yeah, the Revival. That was their name. So
or CM FTR since they own it.
I mean, get a return of FTR or the Revival, and have them come back the same way the Hardys did at Mania. Like, when they had that tag team elimination match, they're like, oh, we have one match left or one tag team left. Yeah. And the Hardys came back. Do something like that for FTR, man. And, I mean, the tag team scene will be on fire.
Yeah, that will pop. That will pop so fucking hard, dude.
Oh, yeah. Since they've got unified tag team belts, get rid of the 4 straps, make it 2, and then have them just defend the belts on both shows. Hell, take them down to NXT while you're at it. I give this match an 8.5.
Okay, what about you, Sinner?
I give it a solid 9.
Oh, wow. Okay, Josh, go ahead.
I give it an 8.
Okay. I mean, anytime you got DIY in the ring, I think that they're fucking, as a tag team, they're phenomenal.
They are.
You can't really split them up. There are some people in the business that are great singles guys. But then there are just some people who are really great tag team guys. Look, Ricky Morton, great NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, challenged Ric Flair for the NWA World Championship at one time. But Ricky Morton's best and Ricky Morton's most famous for being part of the Rock and Roll Express.
Correct.
The problem with DIY is, and for whatever reason, the crowd just is not caring about them. And I think it's one of those situations where it's been too much of splitting up and getting back together.
No, I agree with that. That I completely agree with.
You
and the thing is, when Johnny Wrestling was doing his, I think they fumbled his whole singles run on the main roster. And then you just had little reminder of what these two were doing in NXT. They should have done like a whole highlight reel of what these two were doing against each other and together in NXT, but they just haven't done that yet.
Right. I agree with you, Julian, and I'm gonna tell you one thing they did fuck up on. Some WWE fans, I mean, we all say wrestling fans are stupid. We're all stupid. The WWE likes to make you think that no one ever existed before the WWE. But when you bring someone from your developmental brand, you have to acknowledge who they are.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, this is the first time DIY has been on the main roster. Bullshit. Remember when the fucking guys got stranded over in Saudi?
Yeah.
DIY came over and defeated the tag team champions.
So here's the problem.
And they
DIY
time when they were NXT champion and North American champion.
Well, yeah, they were feuding. They were feuding, and they came over as a tag team and beat the fucking WWE tag team champions on motherfucking Monday Night Raw. And then they had a rematch on SmackDown, beat them again on SmackDown, and then you didn't hear anything else from them.
So here's the thing with DIY. DIY got over in NXT back when NXT was, you got over in NXT not by your gimmick, but by what you did in the ring.
Yep.
Because, I mean, Gargano's never really had a gimmick. He's just a guy that can go out there and wrestle.
He's Mr. Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah, Ciampa's, he's done the gimmick thing with Goldie and all that. But, Gargano's never really been a gimmick guy. He's just been a guy that
can wrestle.
Yeah, so
I did his gimmick on Saturday. I body slammed the guy on the ground, put the chair on his throat, and I sat on it, and I started clapping and patted myself on the back. Funny shit.
But yeah, so I mean that's just and sadly on the main roster, just being able to have good matches isn't going to get you over like it did back at the black and gold days of NXT.
Correct.
You need character, you need charisma, you need substance.
So back in the black and gold era of NXT, that's when Triple H was running the show. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and they were busting ass on these young talent, making them like get over on their merit, not a gimmick. Right. I think that now Trips needs to do the same thing with the guys on the main roster.
Here's the difference.
Also, think about it. Walter came up, and Walter. What is Walter's gimmick? What is his gimmick? Nothing. He's a plain old school wrestler who believes that the mat is sacred, and he chops the fuck out of you. No flips, just fist. The guy is a technical marvel.
Right.
That's his gimmick.
But you're not going to be able to sell a roster full of people like that to the main WWE audience. The reason Triple H could do that in NXT, and it worked in NXT, because NXT had a niche audience. NXT has never gotten the numbers Raw or SmackDown has gotten, because NXT isn't catering to those fans of the main brands.
You say like anything's changed.
No, well, I mean, it's not. It's gotten more gimmicky. I mean, it got really bad during the rainbow-colored era of NXT 2.0. It's gotten back more towards being very in-ring oriented now. But NXT's never been a brand that appeals to the masses. NXT is a lot like AEW, Ring of Honor, companies like that, where it caters to a very niche audience, and you're never gonna get those WWE numbers just catering to that small audience.
Oh, and here's the other thing that I liked about the tag team match tonight: 2 out of 3 falls.
Yes.
And if you've been watching WWE for a long time, back when you had the Bulldogs
and the
Hart Foundation, it was it was British rules, 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. And
that was just one of the best gimmicks for back then.
The Hart Foundation did a lot of 2 out of 3 falls matches.
Yep.
They did Demolition at SummerSlam 90. The match where the Rockers won the tag titles, but it was later reversed, was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So that was kind of a staple of the Hart Foundation. I just want to point out something, talking about the being a good worker compared to having a good gimmick and being able to get over. Chad Gable's always been a great worker, but he didn't really get over to the point he is now until he was able to show some character development and some charisma. Because Shorty G was just a corny gimmick. But I mean, this Chad Gable we got now is so fucking over.
Yeah.
And even LA Knight in NXT, LA Knight was not as over as he is now. Because LA Knight has great charisma. He does good promos. He's not the greatest in the ring. He's not horrible. He's not bad. But he's not, Johnny Gargano, Gunther level in-ring talent.
Yeah.
And so I think that on the main roster, they try to do human interest character building angle with Johnny Gargano, and it just with the whole Dexter Lumis thing, and it just didn't. It for whatever reason it went over in NXT, but on the main roster they either didn't give it the right attention. It didn't work for me. It didn't work.
Absolutely. Oh, it didn't work for a lot of people. That's why where is Dexter Lumis even at now?
Yeah. So
That's one.
And I think that's why a lot of people just come like, eh.
And Ultimate Hater makes a good point here. Only a few NXT guys came up that were crazy over. Nakamura, Balor, Kevin Owens were probably the best transitions. But look at the way they were brought in.
We're carrying
Julian, go put yourself in timeout. Balor, Balor was brought in as one of the first draft picks for Raw.
Yeah.
And was automatically put right to the main event and was the very first Universal Champion for a day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Kevin Owens gave
Bliss as a success since she was on NXT.
We're talking about male wrestlers here.
Okay.
The ones people watch.
You got to imagine here, like anybody that Triple H gave the rub to, like when Kevin Owens won the Universal Championship.
But not only that,
corporate man.
Rollins.
Kevin Owens debuted defeating Cena.
How
much bigger can you get coming to the main?
Wasn't he the NXT champion when he did that too?
Yes.
I don't remember how Nakamura debuted in WWE, honestly.
He debuted at TakeOver facing Sami Zayn.
Speaking of Nakamura,
main roster.
The whole thing between Nakamura and Cody Rhodes, this whole promo tonight. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that promo real quick because Nakamura showed up on the Titantron, basically talked about how their stories align. Like you win the Royal Rumble, then you lose at WrestleMania. So are we going to have Cody win at the Rumble to lose at WrestleMania? Are we going to have CM Punk win at the Rumble and go to WrestleMania? Like, what do you think we're going to have?
I think Cody's going to win it again. I think CM Punk's just automatically going to be in that title contention. If that's where they go with him. There's no guarantee that he's going to be in the title picture come WrestleMania. They may have other plans for him.
There's a lot of talk of CM Punk versus Steve Austin. And I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
It's been passed. Like, you remember when WWE 13 first came out
Yep.
for PlayStation 3?
Yep.
They did that interview segment with JR, Punk, and
I mean,
Austin. That would have been a perfect way to officially have the match.
What if they change things up and have Cody go after Seth, win the Rumble and go after Seth?
Okay, so
and then Punk go after Roman.
I think that would be a bad idea for the simple fact that tonight Adam Pearce was like talking to Seth Rollins about he's going to sign CM Punk on Raw next week. CM Punk is currently right now a free agent. He's on Raw, he's on SmackDown. Fuck, he might show up at NXT. Who knows? He showed up at NXT before when Seth Rollins was champion. The point I'm making,
he doesn't want to work with Champion anymore.
So the point I'm making is, I think that Triple H in his fucking genius mind right now is saying, I'm going to go ahead and give everybody what they want. You guys want to see CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That's why I allow Seth Rollins to drop F-bombs and say I'm going to kill you and all this shit after a pay-per-view. And we all know when a pay-per-view goes off the air, the WWE doesn't show you what happens after that. They've been blasting that shit on social media like so much because they're putting it in your eye, putting it in your head like, you want to do this.
Before CM Punk actually officially returned, I have been saying since the rumors started that him and the Seth Rollins feud is a work anyways. It's something they've been planting the seeds from back in 2019 when Punk wanted to go back then.
When Punk was at the fucking WWE show on
back show on Fox.
Backstage or whatever. But here's the thing. So what came out this week was Punk tried to come back to WWE at that point, but Vince was not interested.
Correct.
And then Punk tried to come back again in 2022, but he was under AEW contract. And then this time it just kind of worked out because Vince wasn't involved.
And then he got released from his contract.
Which makes me think, was maybe this a little pre-planned? Was he trying to get fired from AEW?
We talked about this. We talked about this on the show a while ago, and we all said this is what's going to happen. And when it happened, I'm like, we predicted this shit months ago.
Right.
Months ago.
But I will say this for Punk. This is what I mean. So the reason I want to see Punk Roman is because of that Paul Heyman. The Paul Heyman factor in that feud.
The same way Paul Heyman was a factor when it was Roman versus Brock Lesnar.
But this could be a different story compared to that one.
Oh, it'd be a totally different story because Brock really couldn't function without Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Punk was able to move on from Heyman, but the promo battles between them fucking would be amazing. But here's the thing. Fucking what if CM Punk wins the Rumble? The Rumble winner gets to pick what champion he wants to go after.
Yeah.
What if Punk wins the Rumble, so Cody's like, well, fuck it. Gets traded to SmackDown thinking Punk's going to go after Seth. Punk ends up going after Roman. Cody goes after Seth. Both titles change hand in Mania. The title switch shows.
I can see that.
And then we could still have Punk Seth after Mania.
I disagree simply because one, everyone wants to see if Roman's gonna if Roman's gonna lose the title to somebody, storyline alone, it should be Cody.
He's got to finish that story.
Things change.
I'm going to tell you this. This is the way I see it coming down the line. Cody is going to challenge fucking Roman for the championship. We're going to have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at fucking the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is going to defeat CM Punk at Rumble. CM Punk's going to enter the Rumble, win it. They will be able to have the rematch, match number 2 at WrestleMania. CM Punk wins the championship at WrestleMania, holds the title all the way to SummerSlam. We get the Summer of Punk in WWE again. As soon as SummerSlam comes around, that's the end of summer anyway, Seth Rollins wins the championship back.
No, I don't think they're going to do that.
I'm telling you, like that right there, because that right there is a real life story.
Yeah, but WWE can't carry it out that long.
I don't know, man.
So with Cody and Roman going into Mania, with Roman not being around, Cody can have, a few good promos with Heyman, but there ain't that connection. You can build the Roman Punk feud with Roman never showing up until Mania, just strictly off of Heyman and Punk.
They tried that already. They tried that with CM Punk. I mean, they tried that with fucking Cody.
They tried it
in the Dusty Rhodes fucking,
and it didn't work because Heyman never had that connection to Cody. But
Roman had that connection with Cody because he had that connection to Dusty.
But yeah, that's the thing. You needed Roman there to do that.
That's true.
If you give Punk Roman, you don't even need Roman to show up until Mania because Punk and Heyman can carry the feud all the way to Mania.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're not because if we get Cody going after Roman again, it's going to be the same situation where you can't carry the feud with Cody and Heyman.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, couple backstage segments. We got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven backstage walking up to Natty and Tegan Nox, and Natty and Tegan Nox talking about how they're about to win their match and they're going to they're going to qualify for the
first titles
to challenge for the women's tag team titles. Then we had a little promo for Seth versus Jey Uso. Creed brothers are backstage with
Ivy Nile.
With Ivy Nile, and they're back there with the New Day, and they're back there with how about the Undisputed Era? They're back there with
Alpha Academy.
And what's her name from Alpha Academy ends up doing squats with Tozawa on her shoulders.
So Tozawa has a new girlfriend, huh?
So that's
basically
it.
All right.
God.
And then we go to the Judgment Day locker room, and R-Truth is back there watching TV on like one of those little TVs with a built-in VCR on it.
The old school TVs.
Hey, he said that was an almost flat screen.
Wow.
It was almost flat screen. He sure did.
Yeah. It just is R-Truth going to be like that guy? Is like, yeah, I'm a member of the Judgment Day, but in reality,
Pretty much.
I love it. I love it.
And for whatever reason, my computer is freezing up on me. Can you guys still see me?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
It's the best you've ever looked.
Wow.
Here, I'll pull up my results.
That's what she said.
Oh, we can have Josh do it because he's so good at it.
No. I did that once. I'm never doing that again.
We left at Alpha Academy doing their backstage thing. After Alpha Academy segment, we did Katana and Kaden versus Natalia and Tegan. Chelsea Green was not happy with that.
Correct.
This is the longest
number one contenders.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too during this whole segment. Like, this is the longest women's tag team title reign. It feels like active tag team title reign. I should say. After that, we get a Cody Rhodes promo. Whoa!
So what do you want to talk
about? He talks about the first time he saw the mist from the Great Muta. And now he has experienced it, and his fears as a child were justified. Did Dusty ever get misted by Muta?
Probably.
Everyone got misted by Muta. Then Nakamura appears on the video screen, talks in Japanese some more. Talk about making Cody's eyes burn, blah, blah, blah. And all that good stuff. Setting up, obviously, Cody and Nakamura down the line.
Julian's gone.
Well, Julian said, fuck you guys. After that, we get a recap of Drew McIntyre beating up Sami Zayn. Jey Uso goes in Adam Pearce's office, asked how Sammy was doing, and said he's going to take care of Drew himself.
So when do you think we're going to get that Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso?
Rumble. At the Royal Rumble. Yeah. Then Gunther comes in to talk to the general manager. The Judgment Day B Squad make their entrance.
The B team.
The B team. And who is confirmed for next week on Raw as Adam Pearce wants to sign him, but CM Punk. And I will be there.
That's awesome.
Then we got the Creed brothers taking on Dominic Mysterio and Funko Pop Balor. And the Creed brothers actually win this.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I it's. I was thinking they were probably going to win anyways, but in the same time, it was just one of those things. Like, I'm not really surprised that they won.
Yeah, I think JD McDonough ate the pin, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised they're still trying to protect Dominic. Adam Pearce is backstage talking to Seth Rollins and tells him he's invited CM Punk to Raw next week to sign an exclusive contract. Obviously, with Randy signing to SmackDown, then Punk is going to sign to Raw. Jey Uso comes up, gives him his respects to the champ, but says this is his night, and he's looking at the new world champion. Yes.
I got a question for you. I was listening to a podcast earlier at work, right? It was Solid Monster, and he was talking about maybe this is this whole storyline because people were complaining about Punk being PG last week.
Mm-hmm.
Was a plan for the whole thing that Seth Rollins expose him, and then
after tonight's Seth Rollins promo, I think that's where they're going with it. So it makes sense now why Punk would cut the promo he cut last week. Because I think it is what it is it's building up to Seth Rollins making Punk become Punk again.
Like he's poking the bear, and then you get to see the real Punk.
Kind of like how he did with that promo with, hey, Matt, you still there? How are your kids?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get something like that with Rollins and Punk. And it causes Punk to go to pipe bomb Punk.
Yeah.
So I think there's a really good chance of that happening, and I'm here for it. I would not mind. I was a little upset last week by the promo. I watched it back, and I liked it more the second time around than the first time. I think the disappointment the first time was how much Michael Cole hyped it throughout the night. Oh, CM Punk's going to have a live mic. Oh, Punk's going to have a live mic tonight.
They should have not announced it. Maybe it could have been a good surprise.
Well, it wouldn't have been a surprise. Everyone knew Punk was going to show up.
They knew they had to capitalize on the fact that
right.
So Punk came back at Survivor Series. Everybody knew that, and they had to hype up the fact that Punk's going to be on at the end of the show. So come on back, everyone, for that last quarter hour.
CM Punk,
come make those ratings jump up.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I knew he was going to be on the last quarter hour, but they were they had a heavy audience bump in the first quarter hour. Everyone was expecting to show up first thing on Raw. So
and they said Raw last week was ran by Bruce Pritchard, which you could see night and day the difference between Raw last week and Raw tonight.
Yeah,
100%. You can see a difference.
For instance, when you guys were talking about the whole ratings for Raw and all that kind of stuff, I don't think Raw needs Punk every week. Today, this was actually a legit good Raw. It didn't really need Punk today. Just showed the highlight from last week and just ended it there.
But I'll tell you what, I bet there's a lot of pissed off fans who bought tickets after Punk returned, thinking Punk was going to be there tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would be if I was. But at the same time, I understand why.
Yeah, but, we'll see what happens. I know I'll be buying a CM Punk shirt when I'm at Raw next week.
I am definitely going to.
I'm sure you will.
I will. I got the Survivor Series 1 on order, but it's hard telling how long that fucking thing's going to take to get here.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a pre-order when I ordered it. But yep, then we have Jey Uso, Yeetless Jey Uso.
Yeetless.
Coming out for his entrance.
Yeetless. I love that. Yeetless.
Yeetless Jey Uso. Hey, if you can't get Yeet copyrighted, get Yeetless and start calling him Yeetless Jey Uso.
You're Yeetless.
But then we got Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. That'd actually be a good promo between Drew and Jey Uso. You're Yeetless now, lad. Because that's what Drew McIntyre sounds like in my head. You're Yeetless now, my lad. You're not going to get me Lucky Charms, you Yeetless bastard.
That
but
sounds
then we
more
have
like Sheamus.
Whatever. It's Drew. They all sound the same. Everyone from that part of the world. Hornswoggle sounds like that too.
He has
yeah, well, that's heightish, but okay. But then we have Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins in your main event for the world title. Another good match that they gave some time to.
It really was a good match. I enjoyed it.
And Gary Uso does an ode to Rikishi. Good match. Seth Rollins does win by pinfall with the blackout.
Oh, don't call the curb stomp anymore?
No, they probably still do, but in this report, they called it the blackout. After the match, Drew McIntyre attacks Jey Uso. Seth tries to cut him off and fails. Drew puts Uso through a table.
Yep.
The announce desk. And then he's like, "Take that, you yeetless bastard." And Raw goes off the air.
I wonder if WWE will try to spell yeet with a J.
What Jeet? What country does it?
Jeet Singh. Yeet. It's Icelandic. It's Nordic. Yeet. They'll put those two dots above the J. Say yeet.
I just want Drew to show up to the media scrum and be like, Jeet.
Tiger Jeet Singh.
Tiger Jeet Singh. Oh, Jey Uso's new manager, Tiger Jeet Singh. What's his son?
Tiger Yeet Singh, you mean?
Yeet Singh. His son was what? Tiger Ali Singh? That guy had a career worth writing home about, didn't he? You get $1 million man rip off for 2 months and then was let go.
Dude, you know what? That was so funny because
They said people are pooping in his turban.
He really should have had a better run.
He couldn't work.
But they saddled him with the $1 Million Man gimmick. And so the whole I'm really rich and I have more money than you, I could buy this, buy that.
Right.
Yeah.
It had been done.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what were they going to do? They're going to have him kick the basketball out from some Indian kid's hand? I mean,
he didn't even have a good Virgil. Because you know what? Who was that? Who was Babu, or was it Babu or something like that? You know what? You can't even compare to Virgil. I've never once met Babu at a flea market. I met Virgil at plenty of them. So obviously Virgil is better.
let me tell you why Virgil and the $1 Million Man worked.
Because there's a black guy.
It was so he had a black manservant. Number one.
Yeah.
Right.
Number two, Ted DiBiase was always dressed, except for when he was wearing that cheap ass $1 Million Man outfit gimmick.
Yeah.
He was always dressed like he was rich.
Right.
Virgil, not so much. Virgil was wearing
planes.
Virgil was wearing Champion back when Champion was not a brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact that he had Virgil just doing some wacky shit and Virgil didn't talk. And also it was funny because Virgil was his muscle, but you're a wrestler. Like, what do you need muscle for? So Virgil was just there to be his manservant and to do his menial work. And I mean, Virgil was really good about very smugly counting out those $100 bills and giving them to people, right, and doing the $1 Million Man's bidding. So that's why it worked. Now, why did Ted DiBiase Jr. not work? I'll tell you why. Because his dad passed Virgil down to him almost the same way that slave masters used to leave slaves in their will to their kids. And he's like, hey, yeah, so Virgil's yours now. Now he's your manservant. And it's like, oh, whoa. Hold on now. And then, plus Virgil had fought for his freedom and, the striped pants and shit. That just didn't work out for him. And
you know what's crazy is that
he was called Soul Train Jones.
Oh, besides that, I thought he was Stagger Lee. No. The crazy thing is, like, he did the slave gimmick for Ted DiBiase, and he was like, man, I will never be in a gimmick I'll never be in a storyline that racist again. And then he gets fucking hung by the Klan.
Yeah.
You think Virgil being a slave would be the most racist storyline he's ever done? Nope. He was like,
he was not a slave. He was a manservant.
Whatever. He was like,
Ted DiBiase never said, hey, Virgil, go on that field out there and pick me some cotton. I want a new suit.
They were like, Virgil could never be in a more racist gimmick. Virgil was like, hold my tobacco planter.
He was like, let me go get some torn up khakis and like a busted up t-shirt. Yes, sir, boss. I sure go take the man for you. I'm gonna take that hit so Andre the Giant ain't gotta mess up your face.
What if WWE would have did like one of those vignettes where like Ted DiBiase's like, I got a headache. Virgil, give me the aspirin, and Virgil brings it to him, and he's like, why is there cotton still on the top of this? Virgil, pick that out. And then Slick's over there like, can y'all keep it down? I'm trying to eat my yard bird.
I was going to say that WWE likes to be a little more subtle with its racism, but that's a complete lie.
And then I brought up Slick, and you're like, never mind, fuck that.
I was thinking choppy pee and
oh yeah, that too.
And Mexicools and the creepy Japanese walk and
Akeem the African Dream.
Yeah.
Every Japanese person does mist.
You know what's funny? If you were to list like the top 10 most racist things in wrestling or in WWE even, like I wouldn't even put Akeem in the top 10.
No, probably not.
I mean, Akeem was completely entertaining. I mean,
oh yeah,
he
was just an African trying to make his way in the sport.
Now, the transformation ceremony.
That's a bird of a different color.
That right there.
That's a yard bird of a different color.
Yeah. Yeah. The yard bird. Yeah.
I love Akeem.
I do too.
I can imagine Vince McMahon sitting back there in the 80s, early 90s, talking about, hey, pal, we better do this now because in a couple 20 years, they might try to, I don't know, cancel us or something.
Have you ever seen the Akeem dance off with Larry Sweeney?
No.
Oh my God. Let me pull that up for us.
We can't play that shit on the air, but we can sure watch that shit afterwards.
Sounds good to me.
Not trying to end up like Husky 518.
Wait a minute. Chikara is out of business. No one owns a copyright to that stuff anymore.
Like I said, we don't want to end up like Husky 518.
Look here, sir.
Look here, sir.
Look here, sir. What, they have a match Shark and one man gain versus the Armstrongs? Oh shit.
And also
The
something tells
Shark
me
and the
the
one-man
idea
gang
for
versus the
Akeem
Yes.
was both Vince and Slick's idea.
Yeah.
I think Akeem was just like, yo, let me try this shit real quick.
I think Akeem should have a CM Punk like comeback.
Wow.
Can you imagine fucking the title card comes up for the end of Royal Rumble. The camera zooms out on the winner standing in the ring. The next thing you hear is, you're a job so bro. A job so bro. And Akeem just comes out the entranceway.
I would literally shit myself on this stream.
I would be so excited. I would be
Biggest return in pro wrestling history.
And I feel like the fans would give him a big pop. I feel like it would get a good
It probably would not.
That match would have to happen in Black History Month.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean during the Bearcat Right Classic?
Yep.
Josh, what do we have to do to get you to dress up as Akeem on the show?
I'll do it for free.
Boom.
Boom.
Josh was like,
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Josh,
I thought you never asked. He got his costume waiting right here.
Akeem, the Oregon Dream.
I was going to one time go dress up as Akeem for Halloween one time, but
he's like, Josh's like, I got a closet full of dashikis.
No,
I could dress up as Akeem.
I don't know, hater, is that true?
Haters, are there dashikis in the closet with you
anymore? He doesn't live in there. I kicked him out.
He said earlier that he don't want you to pull the extension cord out of there. Yeah. So it's gonna be nice.
But originally I was gonna be Brother Love for Halloween this year, but
I love you.
I think you'd be better as Akeem. Oh my God. Can we get Josh one of those fucking one-strap singlets and him be Andre the Giant?
Wow. Well, Josh is like 5'6", bro. It's not gonna happen.
It don't matter. We could have him shoot, like, put his camera down on the floor. So he look. Oh no, we don't want to see fucking Josh's porcupines trying to fight out of that.
Oh, that'd be great, dude.
Handbag.
No, Josh, you got to put the camera on the floor and you got to do the old Ascension. Whoa, time to wake up.
No, I don't want to see Josh in a one strap singlet.
No, so
we don't want to see his fucking porcupines trying to fight out of that handbag.
Speaking of NXT call-ups didn't work.
Akeem?
How did the Ascension not work?
That still makes me
because they buried them from day one by calling them Road Warrior and Demolition ripoffs.
Yeah,
well,
that's
day one.
Why would you do that?
In NXT?
Because JBL would, because this when JBL was on commentary and he would just go out of his way to fucking bury them even though they're heels and he was a heel. He would go out of his way to bury them every single fucking week.
There's always someone in the locker room that just doesn't like you, regardless of your face or heel.
Yeah, because I mean that's how the Ascension ended up getting. It was like a Legends night, and they took finishers from
New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, just like everybody. I had such high hopes for the Ascension. I was a huge fan of them, and.
Yep, that's because they got buried on commentary from day one.
And so and so after that, I think the vaudevillains were like, tell you what, we're gonna stay right where the fuck we are.
We don't want to fucking move up. Fuck that.
I mean, let's be honest. Outside of the Ascension, who else has debuted where commentary just completely buried them? I can't really think of any other fucking example.
Yeah, so my question was like, did they piss somebody off? Did someone just not
No, it was just
like
JBL.
them? Did
It was
they
just
did
JBL,
they
JBL.
did they disrespect somebody? Like they walked in and they walked by somebody and like didn't see them and didn't shake their hand. That
Did they
person
eat their
like,
steak
I'm
and catering?
burying
Like,
you.
fuck.
I feel like Vince just let JBL do what JBL wanted to do back then because they had the same barber.
Because JBL was
And-
doing everybody's taxes. That's why.
Yeah, that too. He was doing spots for everyone, but yeah. So I don't know. I just JBL single-handedly really I feel killed their character on the main roster.
I'm still mad about that.
Yeah. So both me and Josh, when we saw that the Ascension got the call up, we were like, "Here we go."
Oh,
The
they
tag
were
team team's about
amazing
to
in
be on
NXT.
fire.
Right.
This
I
is
bought
going to
their
be great.
shirt.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. Wait, why are they getting buried right now?
Yeah, exactly. Like I had really high hopes for these guys. I wanted them to dominate the tag team division back
Right.
then. But what happened to them? It was just so like it just made me so mad.
Yeah, it was fucked up. And yeah, they just let them get buried. And that's what you get when you let people bury your talent. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just like no matter how much, like no matter what good a shape the Blue Meanie gets in, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's that guy where JBL made him get
Right.
staples in his head."
Well, do you remember at the end of ECW where Blue Meanie lost all that weight?
Yep.
He was
Yeah.
the Blue Boy. Like he was actually in decent shape for a while. I don't know what
Mhm.
happened. He gained it all back, but
The Blue Boy.
he was that's what he was going by, the Blue Boy.
So are we done with the Raw recap, guys?
I think we're done.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So sorry, I was restarting my computer. The TikTok twins
We already went over that.
natty match was botcherific.
Oh yeah. That match was that was the worst match of the night. 100%.
You literally went from DIY and Imperium.
Yeah.
Well,
Bottom
you
of
need
the
a
barrel.
bathroom break match. You need a bathroom break match.
I guess so. I don't know how I'm gonna sit through 3 hours of fucking Raw next week live. Because at
But
least at home I can do other shit.
Oh, it's gonna be 5 hours because you're gonna get an hour and a half of main event.
Bro,
Yeah.
you think I'm showing up right when the doors open? You're out your
Main event
motherfucking mind.
before or main event's
Main
gotta
event
be
before.
It's
I'll
before.
show up.
Nobody's sticking around for it.
I'll show up at 7:55 p.m.
'Cause I know Raw's gonna be here. Raw's gonna be here in Portland, January 8th. Probably gonna go. Probably gonna go. Are you gonna come to the Sky booth this time, Josh?
Yeah, this
Are
time.
you gonna fucking go down to the poor section?
Pores. She's gonna hang with the pores.
As Cinder was said, the poors.
Josh is a man of the people. I hope I will have you know.
Josh is the man. He is the voice of the voiceless.
According to my
He's
ticket,
the broke of the brokeless.
according to my ticket, the show starts at 7:30.
I need to make a shirt of that.
The broke of the brokest.
All right, let's get out of here. Don't forget Christmas week trivia. Win the CM Punk AEW Supreme figure. Join us every Wednesday for trivia. You never know when we're just gonna pop out random prizes. Next week we have Danhausen, Heels and Faces. Grab our Zombie Sailor action figure up for grabs. Christmas week,
Zombie
CM
Sailor.
Punk. Yep,
Yep,
that's the name of
she's
the toy
it.
company that produced it.
Ah,
They've actually done some great figures. They're doing they did a Jack Tunney figure.
Oh wow.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, they did a Jack Tunney. They got a Slick figure
The
coming
greatest
out.
WWE president ever, Jack Tunney.
Yes, sir.
I gotta get that.
Good luck. Good luck. It's expensive now.
I believe. it.
You can only get on eBay. They don't even sell it on the website anymore. They've done Andre the Giant, Dino Bravo.
What?
Oh,
Canadian strongman?
Oh yeah, they've done
does he come with a bullet hole in his head?
Wow.
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 Those comments are Julian.
Bro, those are Julian's comments.
alone.
They do
They do not
reflect those.
represent of the Roundtable Pro
Does he-
podcast.
Does he come with a semi-trailer full of
Ju-
illegal cigarettes?
Julian gets this.
Hey, he comes with a California semi truck filled with Newports.
That's
Wow.
what I'm talking about.
Oh,
And then they've also done a Todd Pettingill figure because why?
Why?
Not?
what?
Why?
They got a
Why?
Bobby Heenan one coming out too.
Did
which is
Todd
cool.
Pettingill have did he have the mullet?
Yes,
Oh Jesus.
there's
fuck.
the old school Todd. Oh,
Does he come
and-
with the studio behind him?
They should give this.
No.
They should have a Sean Mooney one.
they should have a Sean Mooney.
Yes.
They did also do a Double J 90s style Hasbro action figure that I actually have on the way
Is
to
that the
me.
silver and black trunks?
No, it was actually the orange, like
Is it with the arrows?
no, it's his WWF, his original Double J run.
Oh, okay.
It was actually the same figure Hasbro was going to make, but ended up canceling.
Those
because
ugly
they
tights
lost
with
the
the neck.
license.
Those ugly tights with the neck.
Yeah,
down?
with the guitar strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world's greatest country singer.
Yes, sir. And I had that figure on the way. I will complete my Jeff Jarrett collection with
Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And thanks, Sinner, for this kick-ass intro.
that. Yeet!